If you are between the ages of 16 to 20, you are wasting your time. Here's why. You don't know how to build. You don't know what to build on. You don't know what to avoid. And you do not know how to think long term. You simply lack clarity. Now the question arises, what does building mean? What does building mean to you? If you have the common mentality the society has or has given you, then I think this video is not for you. Building is not just about money or fame. Imagine a world where none of this existed. While growing up as a child, what were the things you looked up to other people for? Those values that you looked up to them and you said, I wanted to be like them. They were kind, they were honest, they were disciplined, they were consistent, they were respectful, and a whole lot of other qualities. And here's the catch. That is what you should actually endeavor to building yourself to. You have to be disciplined, you have to have standards, you have to build habits, and the last but not the least, for me, building yourself lies within these 4 fundamental things. And if you have this, it's a guideline to what you should actually work on. The first is discipline. The second is focus. The third is identity. And the last but not the least is standards. In order to be disciplined, you have to be consistent. In order to be consistent, you have to be disciplined. They work hand in hand. Consistency is what builds discipline, and discipline is what builds consistency. The next thing you have to be able to do is to be focused. You need to have your target and be able to work towards it, because distractions will come, but your ability to say no to those distractions and keep on moving forward and pressing to what you want will help you. And in order to know what you want to focus on and be disciplined and consistent towards that, what is your identity? Can you tell me who you are in the comment section? Can you tell me who you are? If you don't have an answer to it, this is what I think you should do. Imagine yourself being, this is a wrong mentality, but let me use it, being a billionaire. Think about those things, the attributes that a billionaire will have, and start working towards that. Or that one thing you consider the best thing, like if you have that thing right now in life, it's a major win for you. Consider it and start working towards that. Those actions and habits that will make you possess that, do it. And the last but not the least is standards. You need to set standards for yourself, because when you're improving in life, your standards will increase or drop, whichever one. But have a standard that directly, once you have discipline, you're focused, you have an identity, and you have standards, there are 4 areas you need to be able to build. The first is your mind. How do you think? How do you see things? What angle and perspective do you see things from? In order to be able to build your mind, you can do it either by listening to people or reading. But I'll tell you to do reading, because that's what I do more often. Read books, read documentaries, read journals of great men, and continue doing it consistently and make your life change. Do what you want to make your life change. Do what you know to make your life change. Now, if you are reading, obviously it has to become a habit, or it needs to become a new habit you're going to work toward on building. And here's the catch. You need to build your habits. The habits that will make you successful, or whatever you try to build on, you have to build your habits. For example, I want to make an A in a course that I'm studying in the university. I need to put in the reps and work to ensure that I read, not just read, but while reading I'm focused, and I'm not just wasting my time where I could actually delegate and simplify tasks by using AI. You're in the 21st century, you should learn how to use tools like this that eventually make your life better, so that you can focus more and be able to add more things to your plate that yield a higher return of investment. So build high ROI habits. Disagree with me, whichever way. For me, you should build your body, even if it's jogging for a minute every day or 10 minutes every day. Jog, to move your body in one way or the other that helps you feel motivated, because you need motivation. but you should not rely on motivation. Move your body, make yourself feel good, make your body feel good. You may not feel good about it, but ensure that you are moving your body. Exercise, build your body by exercising. And the last but not least, surround yourself with people who are already on the path to that goal you want for yourself, or whatever you want to build. Or be around those kind of people, and be around people who encourage you to grow, people who you can grow with, people who help you grow, and people who push you in certain areas more than you push yourself. So remember, your mind, your habits, your body, and your environment. Here's something else that come up. You start comparing yourself with other people. You should not compare your results in no way with another person. Your life and the person's life are not the same. The only time you should compare your results with another person is when you did not work. And even at that, the process to where the person got to that extent that he got to the final result, you did not do any of that. So why are you comparing yourself? Rather than complaining and comparing yourself and saying, they have this, I don't have this, they live a better life than me, why don't you actually work towards being at the same base level, towards being at the same level with those people and actually improving yourself? Bottom line, stop comparing yourself with other people and get to doing the real action or tasks with whatever. We are already a victim of this scrolling, endless scrolling. You're always scrolling on social media, and most times when you're scrolling, you're thinking about what the other person who you are comparing yourself with is obviously doing, and you know that the person is obviously doing something productive. So stop scrolling, reduce the distractions, put your phone on grayscale mode, reduce social media. If you're using social media, try to make it to do something with it that is productive, and just keep on trying step by step, one step at a time. I'll talk about the last two at the same time. You wait for motivation. Do not wait for motivation. That is why you need to build your discipline. You have to know your standards, and the most important, your identity. Who are you? Basically, know these things, because if you know these things, I don't think you will wait for motivation. And stop playing it small. Take a bet on yourself. Try, especially when you're starting from the base level. Try, even if you fail, what is the worst that could possibly happen? You still remain at the base level. But if you succeed, you go higher than the base level. And even if you still fail, you learn something. If you are to do that same thing again, you know the mistakes that you can avoid. The last but not the least is long-term thinking. You need to be able to think long-term. You need to be able to say no to all these distractions and think about the future. Think about the next 5 years, the next 3 years, the next 6 years, the next 10 years, to whatever way you can think. You need to be able to think about it, strategize for it, and plan for it, because your life is in your hands. You can control your life. Focus on the things you can control, and the others you can't control, let them be. You can control when you sleep. You can control when you wake up. You can control when you pick up your phone to do something productive, rather than watching meaningful content, or content that is meaningful but at the wrong time, that makes you sacrifice something that the return of investment is higher than what you are doing right now. So think long term, plan long term, set routines, set schedules, set good call to actions, and minimize the distractions. If you like this kind of content, do well to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I have a task for you. Do well to tell me who you are in the comments. Who are you?